It is Tuesday, the 30th day of August 2011, and if it's 6 o'clock and your TV is on, you must be watching Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning, good morning to you.
And a very good morning to you. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I personally thought the night was a little warm, but I got past it. Really had a good night's sleep. I hope you had a safe night as well, and that you're up and watching us whatever you're doing today. If you're just rolling in from working the night shift, if you're just rolling over and slapping the alarm to hit snooze for another 5 minutes, or if you're up bustling around the house trying to get ready for work and the little ones off to grandma, good morning to you. I'm really pleased to be here this morning because I have a man who is a veteran of this business. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Hoyt!
Good morning, Barbados. Truly making me sound like a relic, a veteran.
No, a veteran. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too, and I see you still talking about your bedroom business.
Hey, I have to make it sound like more than it really is. I was teasing Doug saying this morning that at our age I thought that we'd be the ones watching the young Turks out of their bed, but for some reason we're still out of our bed.
We're still out of our bed. I think they just dusted off the closets and got the old relics. Yeah, the cobweb, you know how it is. And every Christmas you go into the cupboard and bring out your new china, your old china. So that's what they did.
Well, how have you been? Long time no see.
Thankful. I got up this morning, and I hope Barbados is giving thanks for another bright and wonderful day.
All righty then, but we're going to get cracking this morning with our news top lines. And activity at the bustling Sheraton Centre came to a halt around lunchtime yesterday afternoon after a man who was apparently stabbed just outside of one of the entrances to the popular mall. The police are reporting success in its ongoing operation, which is targeting certain hot spots across the island. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, says that the cost of some commodities have risen by about 10%, but he argues that Barbadians can still get products at a reasonable price. And the number 2 man at the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited believes innovation is the key to taking the organization forward. Those are our top lines. We'll have those and other stories for you in our 7 o'clock news. But now it's over to Doug to find out what's happening in the papers. Doug?
Well, there's quite a bit in news going on today. Of course, we hear that the relatives of Muammar Gaddafi have surfaced in Libya. His wife and 2 sons and some grandchildren were granted entry into Algeria on the Libyan border. And the newspapers say that they're being treated well. Of course, you all know about the damage from Irene in the northern part of the United States. Well, while North Carolina kind of escaped the major blow, areas further north, Vermont and parts even further north of that, are experiencing some severe flooding today. They're trying to clean up, and they're making some progress. Locally, we're going to take a look at what's happening in Barbados. The Daily Nation today says, according to Deputy General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Bobby Morris, wheel and come again, and he was talking to the Barbados National Bank about negotiations going on there for staff. They staged a temporary work stoppage yesterday, and the BW wants the BNB to bring some serious proposals to the table. James Paul says he wants stiffer penalties for paradial larceny and for crop thieves in general. The Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society reiterated his plea for judges and magistrates to appreciate the gravity of the problem. Yes, and of course we want to give credit to the National Herald Tribune for the international news. The Royal Barbados Police Force say that their efforts are bearing fruit this morning. Details of breakthroughs were revealed during a press conference hosted by Police Public Relations Officer Inspector David Welch. And the police says it's all because of their redoubled efforts. And that is on the front page of the Barbados Advocate. On the back page of the Advocate, Barbadians must view the upcoming independence celebrations as a time to renew our collective faiths in each other and in our country. And according to the Minister of Family, Culture, Sports and Youth, Stephen Lashley, the island should demonstrate to the world that a small economy could face a global recession and come out with its fundamental pillars of society, including love for each other, mutual respect, tolerance, industry, and love for God, intact. And that's what's happening.
Thanks very much, Doug, but I wanted to show my viewers this. You know, I really do strongly believe that there's beauty in the world. Whatever you're going through, there's beauty in the world. You just have to be open to receiving it. On the back page of today's Nation, there is a photograph of this gorgeous peacock. The Nation photographers were going through the country yesterday, and this lovely bird was showing off its plumage. It belongs to one of our well-known farmers, Keith Lowry.
My neighbor.
Yeah, and he says that this particular peacock hangs up with the chickens and ducks on his farm. And so this one was really showing off. So as
beautiful
I said,
shot indeed.
Beautiful shot indeed. Beautiful. I had to share that with my viewers this morning. We've had some interesting things going on. I was in Sheraton Mall yesterday afternoon, and a friend came up and said, "Did you know a man got stabbed?" And I was like, "Stabbed where?" "On the other side of the mall." And then I saw it on the evening news last night. Somebody got stabbed. We've been having some what's the word I'm looking for? Some different sorts of crime going on. I was talking to Station Sergeant O'Neil Small, good morning Station Sergeant Small, yesterday in my office about a program that he's interested in doing with the neighborhood watch groups. And he too was saying that as Barbadians, we have forgotten how to take care of ourselves in terms of doing the things we know we need to do. We're still living in this.
You should raise that. You know, as I was driving down the road to my house a couple of days ago, I realized I did not know the names of the people at 4 houses. And that kind of worried me because, interestingly enough, I live just 2 house spots away from the Chatterdons who suffered that tragedy on the 2nd of August, you know, and it made me start to think, you know, we are not or neighbors keepers anymore, you know what I mean? And we really need to invest some more energy and time in looking after our community. I think it's fundamentally important.
I tend to think too that if you listen to the call-in programs or almost any situation, the first thing that somebody says is government need to do something about this, but we are the government. We are the government. We are part of the government. The government is the people who lead us, and we the people. And so just the little things, like he was saying, women still drive with their handbags in the car seat with the windows down and the door unlocked. I do that.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's only after he spoke to me yesterday that I really made the conscious effort to put my handbag on the floor of my car. So those little things, it may seem like a bother.
I heard an interesting point from a gentleman a few days ago where he was suggesting that as you approach your house, I mean, drive slowly, don't even stop there, just go past it and then turn around and come back. So people wouldn't realize that you live there, just in case they're casing
somebody's
the house,
watching,
you know,
yeah.
that kind of thing. Simple things that you can do. Turn a light on and leave a light on in the house so somebody will think you're home. You know, simple things like that.
And they need to be done in these times. The Barbados that we're living in now is not the Barbados that we remember. Well, there's lots coming up in the show this morning. It's going to be an arts and sports kind of morning. We're going to be looking at the art of brewing tea.
I am looking forward to. Well, I love tea. I love it. And I've dreamt of living in Ceylon years gone by and just bring all kinds of tea, the naughty kind and the other kind.
I am so not in that with you. I still remember the days when my grandmother would be offering me green tea and all the other kinds
with the
of
strainer.
Tea, with the strainer, yeah. And tea is making a big comeback. It's the pushback down to the coffee generation, and we're going to have a tea connoisseur in with us this morning who's going to show us how to brew tea, the right temperature, the flavorings, and all the different types of teas that there are. Have you ever heard of coconut oolong?
Haven't heard of it.
Well, it comes highly recommended by our producer, so I'm looking forward to
coconut oolong.
Coconut oolong. Then we're also having the other kind of art. We're having dance. John Hunt is going to be talking to us this morning about a recent workshop that took place here in Barbados. And Annalie Davis is going to tell us about her new initiative, Fresh Milk. We'll be telling you all about that and much, much more as the morning goes on. The second half is all dedicated to sports. We'll be talking about football, bodybuilding, and ladies, brace yourself. The Caribbean Barbados Fitness and Physique competition. It's kind of like the local version of the Ironman contest. So, Doug, you're training?
I'm fit and ready to go.
There you go. So, we'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Morning, Barbados, good morning.